Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Welcome back to another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One. Back at it again with Dale. What's good?
Yo. What up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. You ready to do the NFC West?
Of course.
All
The
right.
football season is almost here. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. It's upon us, man. Football season is basically here, man. We got the third preseason game coming up this weekend.
This is what they call the dress rehearsal, right? Is this the dress rehearsal? That's
No.
what they call it, right? The last one, or the dress rehearsal, the one where they all play.
That was last weekend.
Yeah, week 2. Okay.
Yeah,
this is the final week, so ain't nobody gonna be playing.
Right. So this weekend is future salesmen, mechanics,
right? Walmart greeters,
dudes that are gonna be sitting next to you in a cubicle. That's what this weekend is about. So cheers to them, man. Let them, live out their dream, their last hoorah in football. They've been playing since they were a kid, and this is gonna be the last game for these cats. So, man, let's just enjoy it.
I know that's right.
Yeah, man.
But man, I do wish their dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? And they make that strip fumble return for a touchdown, to get them on the team. You know what I'm saying? I'll be rooting for them. I feel like, because that's why I became a Kurt Warner fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when he came out, he was he was a bagger at a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Before they called him back in. He was bagging groceries. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and then all of a sudden he called and get a shot, be the backup to Trent Green. And Trent Green get hurt in preseason. And when I saw Kurt Warner the first time, I said, he actually looked like he could play. Like he actually looked pretty good. I mean, that first preseason game, I was like, he actually looked pretty good, yo. The rest is history.
The rest is history. Man, that's just the thing about it. Like, people like Kurt Warner, and I'm gonna call out a fan favorite from New Orleans who I saw in preseason. It was like, man, we gotta keep this guy.
Yeah.
Pierre Thomas. These guys were on the bubble who really didn't have a spot on the team, and it was just there as like a practice guy.
Yeah.
And you could see there was something special there, but it was, a numbers game. The guy ahead of him was a second or third round pick. They can't just cut him, all that type of foolery, man. And it's like, you could clearly see that he was better and deserve a spot on his team. But it took the guts of Sean Payton to say, you know what? I know dude might be, I think he was a third round pick over Pierre Thomas, a second round pick. The guy was a high draft pick. He's like, man, I'm cutting this guy. This kid is special. And like you say with Kurt Warner, that was special to keep Kurt Warner around. It took Dick Vermeil to keep him on. Yeah, man. Special stuff, man.
It's like I said, I hope they, get their dreams wished, get their dreams realized and actually make the team, whether it's for like, just like Terrell Davis, just on special teams.
Yep.
And you turn it up, it may turn into a Hall of Fame career, man.
It's funny. I heard Shannon Sharp talk about the same thing when he was with the Broncos.
Yeah, he was wasn't he a 6th or 7th rounder?
He was a late round draft pick out of Savannah State.
Yeah. And they was talking about cutting him.
They were talking about cutting him, and he did his thing on special teams. Yes.
Yep.
But that's my fear of what the NFL is doing, right? I think, like you said, like that third and fourth preseason game was important for coaches to evaluate players. Some players are just really good in game situations opposed to in practice that you won't see. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think that hurts the league. We're going to lose out on those special players like Kurt Warner, like Shannon Sharp, like Pierre Thomas, like Terrell Davis, because we're going to lose this third preseason game pretty soon. But like, we lost that fourth preseason game. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, this is the evaluation time. I mean, look at Tomlin. Tomlin said he's not judging who's going to be the quarterback based on practice. He need to see preseason. He said it. He said, I'm taking who's going to be my starting quarterback based on what they do in preseason.
That's true.
True. So now he got one less game and really 2 less games to do it, because I doubt if any of them play this week coming up.
Oh, that's true.
So you got to get it done in 2 games.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate part about it, man.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it is what it is, man. So, but football is here. This is the last division that we're making our predictions on. It has been a great, 7 weeks. Now the 8th week that we've been doing this. So, I'm excited about this. And I'm tracking it. I'm tracking your picks. So we're gonna come back.
I want to come back and show my genius.
Yes.
I gotta show my genius, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely keep that.
Yeah. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna look at what these picks were, and we're gonna take ownership of. We're gonna take ownership of our picks. We're gonna come out with which pick was our most reckless. So, but with no further ado, let's talk about the NFC West. First of all,
I'm saying the best division in football.
Probably the best division, but they're going to be facing the AFC East, the NFC North, and the 17th game is against the NFC South. So, yeah, makes a difference. So,
that's actually going to be interesting. Them going against NFC North, that's actually going to be interesting.
Yeah,
that's going to be a pretty interesting clash right there.
Why? Because they're playing the Lions and the Packers.
Yeah, because that whole thing is a fluctuation. Like the Lions, the Packers, the Bears. With Caleb Williams, everybody going crazy over him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, I'm telling you, I still think that Sam Darnold is not a bad quarterback. He could be now he's going to actually have some weapons around him. See what he could do with them weapons around him, like Hawkinson and Jefferson and Addison and. Wait to see what he look like with around them. And then we can judge what he is. You know what I'm saying? But before, he ain't had nothing. You couldn't really judge where situation he was coming from. The Jets and the Panthers.
I don't know. I got to see him up close and personal when he was with the Panthers. He had Christian McCaffrey back there with him. He had DJ Moore with him.
Did he have McCaffrey?
Yes, he had McCaffrey. I mean, he may have been injured.
Not for the whole season. I thought I think that's the season he got traded.
He had him. No. In 2021, I think it was 2021. Darnold was the starter. McCaffrey was there. He got hurt midway through the season, but he was there at the beginning, and they were a bad team. He also had DJ Moore, still a bad team. Yeah, no, I don't think he's that good. I'll just be honest with you.
Like I said, wait till you see some talent around him. If he don't do good this year with the talent he got around him this year, then he truly is sorry. But I'm telling you, I saw some flashes. I
wouldn't say he's sorry. I just think that he is a career backup. He has shown that. I just think the great starting quarterbacks in this league are special. You know what I'm saying? They're special players and they do special things, and that's the only way you can win in this league. You cannot win with a who's the quarterback of the Giants that won a Super Bowl? Hostetler. You can't win with a regular dude anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hostetler. What's his first name? Jeff Hostetler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can't win with a Jeff Hostetler. You cannot win a Super Bowl or make it to a Super Bowl with Jeff Hostetler.
I mean, they just won a Super Bowl not too long ago with Mick Foles, so I don't know. I don't know. Mick Foles just won a Super Bowl not too long ago. I mean,
okay, I give you that. I give you Nick Foles. I give you that.
Definitely Jeff Hostetler-ish.
Yeah, kind of. I think he was a perfect fit for the offense that he was in. Put it that way. He was a perfect fit for that offense.
It could be.
Could be. I just wouldn't put him in a Jeff Hostetler.
He played his ass off that playoff. He played like one of the best quarterbacks in the year in the league.
Right. And when he left and went into other systems, he was just not a good fit.
He was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, this is the thing I'm saying. Like when you go into a team that needs a quarterback, more than likely they're going to be a bad team. You're going to a bad team in a bad situation.
Right. Right.
No, he didn't have that bad situation in Philly. Philly was his best situation. Which coincidentally, when he played his best,
Right.
he had
right.
talent around him.
Well, I mean, they were a good team under a different quarterback, a quarterback that was on his way to win an MVP, Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
And when
yeah.
Carson Wentz got hurt, that's when Nick Foles took over, and it just worked. It was a good fit. They had already had the momentum going into the season, going into the playoffs because of
Right.
what Carson Wentz had done. That team
Yeah.
was destined to win the Super Bowl that year, if you remember.
Yep. Yep.
And so he just kept it going, man. But
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Kept it rolling, man.
yeah. Sorry, Jeff Hostel. I didn't mean to use it as an example. But
Jeff gonna get in your shit.
You
He
know,
gonna call the show, dog.
he gonna call it. I mean, call in, Jeff.
He gonna
Call
call in
in.
and say, I gotta say something about that dog.
Yeah, and call
You don't
in
know
Jeff
my
and
pedigree.
bring Phil Sims in too, so we can talk to him too.
Right. All right, let's get to this NFC West, man. Let me
Do your thing, man.
let me go ahead and tell what's gonna happen here. All right, so top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? 49ers own that division. I ain't even gonna make it be around the bush. They got too much talent around the board. Brock Purdy's third year in the system. He doesn't know anything but winning in that system. Okay, so now he's comfortable. What are we gonna get with a comfortable Brock Purdy? I'm kind of scared to see what that's gonna happen because he already I think he had 30 touchdowns last year. You know, I think he was maybe third in the league in touchdowns. You know, last year. That's for somebody that's supposed to be a bus driver.
Right.
You know, that's pretty good stats. 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Or somebody that's supposed to be a game manager.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a game manager, but when you put up them kind of numbers, you're no longer just a game manager to me. You know, now they're going to lose Brandon Ayuk, to which surprisingly, I did not realize till one of my friends told me that Brandon Ayuk had 1,300 yards last year. I did not know that. I'm usually the stat guy. And when he said he had about 1,300 yards last year, I was like, no way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No way he had 1,300 yards.
I'm looking at it right now.
I looked at Jordan. I said, yeah, he did have 1,300 yards. My bad, man. I stand corrected. What the hell? It was the quietest 1,300 yards I ever seen in my life.
It wasn't until you just said it. I didn't think he had 1,300 yards. Now, granted, some of that could be the fact that Deebo Samuel probably hurt, missed a couple of games.
Was a little nick. Yeah, Deebo was nicked up some of them games. I think Deebo missed like 2 or 3 games, but it wasn't a whole lot of games that Deebo missed. But he was nicked up in some other games too.
And in some games he probably didn't finish. Where Brandon Ayuk got the majority of the targets.
Right. But then because like, well, because before I found that out, I was telling my boy, I was like, but nah, he's more like just a deep threat kind of guy. He's not a possession guy. You know, he'll catch that deep one down the field. I just didn't realize how often he was doing that. Apparently he averaged like 18 yards of reception, somewhere near that, 17, 18 yards of reception. He had like 75 receptions. So I was like, oh, wow. And he did it with only 75 receptions. You know, that was kind of big. So I didn't realize just how important he was to that offense. I do think they have. I think that Jennings is going to be a bump down, but I don't think he's going to be a significant bump down if they don't have Ayuk, which it don't seem like they're going to have right now. So, but even with that, they got the perfect running back for the system. They got a quarterback who knows the system like well now. You know, well oiled. He was already successful in it when he he was a rookie, and then his second year, went to the Super Bowl, and now he's super, super comfortable in his offense. I just don't see nobody in that division beating them. They're gonna win the division, and I got them winning. I got them going 13-4. I got them going 13-4.
Wow.
Yeah, that team is pretty solid from top to bottom. Pretty solid. Now, as long as McCaffrey stay healthy, I don't think they're gonna have an issue at all. Not one. Now, number 2 in that division. Number 2. I'm gonna go with the Rams. Of course, that's contingent on You know,
Stafford.
Stafford staying
Right.
healthy because that what they did last year was pitiful. They
Mhm.
obviously didn't know about having a backup quarterback because that backup rotation they had behind Stafford last year was miserable. It was terrible. Oh my God. That I can't remember seeing such bad offense out there. Um, you know, he had him hurt, Cooper Kupp was hurt, you know. Now, that what did happen is the birth of Puka Nacua, you
Right.
know, is a
That
whole
changed
different
everything.
that changed everything. So now you're gonna have a healthy Cup and Nacua and Stafford back, and you're gonna have Kyron Williams did get hurt too. He had a major knee injury, but he's back now after the knee injury. We know how running backs are with knee injuries, but the medical staff, the medicals have gotten way better than they were before. So people are coming back a lot earlier. But I think people that are not thinking about the running back that they drafted from Michigan,
Mm.
Karam.
Hmm.
That dude is going to be an animal. You know, he's one of those short, stocky type running backs, but kind of like a Baltimore, kind of like he reminds me of Eckler. That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Eckler, like that type of running back, strong. Um, yeah, like run between the tackles. Yeah, he's going to be an animal, and I think having that two-headed monster back there is going to solidify the offense on the offensive side. Now, defensive side, they might struggle a little bit depending on how they're going to adjust without Aaron Donald, because not only was Aaron Donald a Hall of Famer, he was dependable. They don't have to play that many games without him because he played every game. You know, he was there all the time. So I don't know if they know what it's like to be extended period without Aaron Donald and how they're going to adjust to that. You know, because though the defense was good, it wasn't a lockdown defense. I mean, teams were scoring on them, even with Aaron Donald. So what are they going to do without him? That remains to be seen. But I think they'll do enough to get second place. They were 10-7 last year. I think that's without, and I can't really believe that they even had 10 games. But I was without not Sam Donald, without Stafford for most of the season, and without Cooper Kupp. So now that they're back, that's at least worth one extra game. At least. They'll go 11-6. You know, they'll at least go 11-6, second place schedule. I think they'll get out to 11-6. Now, if that defense can somehow work its way, we might be talking about them being in first place in that division. But right now, it looks like 49ers got that on lock. So 1 and 2, 49ers and the Rams, right? Third place is the Seahawks.
Wait,
Now,
what did you have the Rams going?
11-6.
11
I
to
said
6.
they were live to win one more game than they did last year,
Gotcha.
which was 10-7 last year.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe they were 10-7, as bad as they looked toward the end of the season. But yeah, they'll win one more game this year because if they have a healthy staff. If they have a healthy staff.
Big if.
Big if. That's a real big if because he's showing to be very, very fragile now.
Mm-hmm.
Third place, I got Seattle. I'm not a Geno fan at all. I'm not never. People talk him up, and to me, I'm like, I'm seeing the same Geno. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm seeing the
Really?
same Geno with good coaching, with better coaching. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the same Geno though. You know, he got the same efficiencies he did 3 years ago. You know, he's just had a better coaching staff and a better system around him.
Well,
but Geno still couldn't get over the hump. He can't get over the hump.
well,
He's not going to get over the hump.
I thought he was injured this past season was the reason why they didn't make the playoffs and didn't play well. You wouldn't say that because
I think
he missed a couple of games.
Yeah, I believe he played most of the games though.
He did. He played. What's the quarterback that came from Denver that ended up playing a few games?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, right? So
yeah,
I was thinking that maybe that's I like Geno. I like how he matured and played better 2 years ago. So I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead.
You know, but I think I mean, he was efficient kind of when he played. He had 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. but that was far below what he did the year before that, when he was 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So he's just not heading in the right direction. Like I said, for me, he still don't pass the eye contest. He looked like Geno. He just looked like the same old Geno to me. I'm sorry. He just had a better system around him, but he don't even have Pete Carroll no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That staff is out of there. So I don't think he has the system around him no more. There's going to be some regression with the Seahawks. There's going to be some regression. They won what, 7 games last year. So I don't think they're going to win the same amount of games this year. I think they're going to regress at least 1 game, and they're going to go 6-11. I think they're going to go 6-11 and be third in that division.
They actually were 9-8 last season.
They were 9-8. Okay, my bad. They won 9-8. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say that they're going to win 7 games. There's going to be some regression from last year. So I would say they go 7-10. They're probably going to try to blow the team up. Yeah, I just don't see them doing much this year, especially when they got to play the Rams and 49ers twice. I just don't see them doing much. And then, of course, bringing up the rear in that division, of course, is going to be the Cardinals, who, what can I say? I feel like they're the most rebuilding. They're rebuilding, even though they have a quote unquote starting quarterback. Usually, rebuilding teams, that's of course one of the things they rebuild is the quarterback position. But I feel like they're a rebuilding thing. They feel like they're rebuilding, like they're starting over from ground zero. Now, they did go draft Marvin Harrison Jr., which was a great pickup in the draft. That was a great pickup in the draft. McBride has showed that he could be a comparable tight end in the NFL, and showed flashes to be one of the top 5 tight ends. But their defense, they really don't have a lot going on in defense. Kyler Murray, this is really his prove-it year, for real. Because he's been teetering on being good or bad for like the last 2 or 3 seasons. People don't know. Can't say if he's a great quarterback or not. They just say he could run around. When he first got in the league, he had such high hopes. He was looking good as a rookie, but he really has not elevated since then. There's no elevation. He's either been hurt, or he's coming into a bad situation where the other people on his team are hurt, or when he was getting that contract, remember they put that stipulation in how much he had to study.
Yeah, he couldn't play Call of Duty or something like that.
Yeah, couldn't play video games. Yeah, man. They say he played too many video games, dog. Playing too much GoldenEye. You need to calm down, dog.
Right.
So,
right.
So I got them finishing off the division. They went 4-13 last year. I'm going to say they go 5-12 this year, with a healthy Kyler Murray. I say they go 5-12. Still going to round out the division. Still going to be way out of playoff contention. Still going to be out of there with 5 weeks left in the season.
Right, they're going to be done.
They're going to be done. They just got too many mountains to climb. Now, if he does better than that, I'm going to be shocked and amazing. And I'll be watching it every week.
All right. So you think they're going 5-12?
I think they're going 5-12. Seahawks are going 7-10. The Rams are going 11-6. And the 49ers going 13-4.
Okay. All right. That's kind of how the season ended last season. Same order.
Same order. Yeah, same exact order they were last year.
Slightly different as far as the records, but yeah, same order. So, well,
yep.
I struggled with this because, I always say when a team plays that many games in a season and they got an older roster and you got a first place schedule, you got injuries start to catch up. But I'm going to bury the lead on that. Well, bury the lead on it. I'm gonna come back to that first pick. You know, I like to start from the bottom because I like to build some suspense here. So let's start from the bottom, and I'll get to my top pick. All right. So coming up from the rear, just like you, I got the Arizona Cardinals coming in last. I think it is a make or break season for Kyler Murray. I think he has to prove it. There's a lot of, I think he only had really one good season there in Arizona. And so now, the tables are turning against him. He got the big contract. He's gotten injured. He's a tiny guy. So, that's already working against him. I think he's a special player, but everything is stacked against him. He's in a really tough division. He got 3 solid teams. Well, 2 really good teams. 1 elite, 1 very good, and another that's good. So it's just going to be tough, and then you got a new coach. You got a young receiver who you're going to be counting on in Marvin Harrison Jr. That is a lot to put on the shoulders of Kyler Murray. And I think it's just going to be too much to overcome. And say, I see them going 5-12 as well. That's just going to be too much. Hey, it's an improvement, right? They were 4-13 last season, 5-12.
Yeah, I mean that's without having Kyler for half the season.
you think he can give him one more win, right?
At least one more, at least.
At least, right? So yeah,
if they go 6 and they go 6-11, I wouldn't be surprised.
But Kyler's still going to get traded or cut. So they're going to have to move on. If you go 5-12, you got a top 5 draft pick. So you're going to be taking a quarterback. And I think that's going to be curtains for Kyler. And so, but I think he probably needed to change the scenery. Things just didn't work out. You gave him a bad coach in Arizona, a guy that just, wasn't a good coach. And you make this guy a head coach. So, that was a mistake from the beginning. So Arizona coming in from the rear, 5-12. All right. Third, I got the Seahawks. So I think you can already get where I'm going with this. Third, I got the Seahawks. I like Geno. I thought Geno had really matured and got an opportunity to play well with a good coach and a good system in Seattle. Good culture, good organization. And it showed. His performance, he looked way better than when he was with the Jets. Keep in mind, we're talking about the Jets, where quarterbacks go to die. Even the great Aaron Rodgers, tore his Achilles in preseason or whatever it was, and basically was lost for the season. It is where quarterbacks go to die. So we cannot judge Geno based on his performance with the Jets. Now he's with the Seahawks, given an opportunity, given a starting opportunity, got a new contract. I think Geno will play well. However, Pete Carroll's no longer there. It's a new organization, a new philosophy, right?
Yep.
Not necessarily the same culture, not the same philosophy, right? I don't know how good the defense is going to be, right? That was Pete Carroll's staple, right? Defense.
Yeah.
Don't put the quarterback in harm's way. Hey, we realized how good Russell Wilson was outside of the Seattle Seahawks system and culture.
So far, not so good.
Not so good.
You know what? Hold on. The second half of last year, though, Russell was starting to cook a little bit. It was just a little bit. He had some secret on the. Yeah, the second half of his season was nothing like the first half of the season at all.
Yeah,
he's a little bit, just not great, but just a little bit. Remember, and
he went for.
Didn't they beat Denver? I mean,
Kansas City. They beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. They beat them twice, right?
No, they beat them once. They beat them once.
Okay.
Yeah, no. But I thought that was because of the Broncos' defense. I thought the defense played well, kept them in games, and they were winning games.
It was low scoring.
Low scoring. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, the offense wasn't.
Their under was off the hook last year. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think I don't remember what I picked the Broncos to be, but I think the Broncos are going to be a lot better than they was last season because Bo Nix has already been named the starting quarterback, so I think they're going to be a lot better. But back to the Seahawks.
Bo Nix is looking real good.
Exactly. So, and Sean Payton's going a lot of smoke and mirrors to keep his quarterback set.
Yeah,
he's going to make him look good.
Quarterback system. That's right.
Right. So, but back to the Seahawks. I don't think they got enough pieces in place to compete with the 49ers and Rams. it's going to be really, really hard for them to compete with them to win this division. And being third in this division, which I predict they'll be 9-8, will not be enough to make the playoffs and could end it for Geno Smith in Seattle. One, new head coach, this is not his guy. Geno's not his guy. So I can see this going, badly for Geno. All right, moving on to number 2 in his division. And this is, I'm making a bold pick alert.
No,
I got the 49ers coming in second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got the 49ers coming in second because I thought the 49ers, they've been kind of injury prone recently. Then they got some turmoil, with Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams. They're not practicing. They might be a little rusty when the season starts. Christian McCaffrey is known to get injured. They went to the Super Bowl last year, right? Didn't they play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year? Yeah.
Absolutely did.
Yeah. So that's extra, miles on the tires with Christian McCaffrey, with Deebo Samuel, with Purdy, Brock Purdy. These guys known to get injured. I'm thinking that might factor in. It's still going to be a really good team. Still going to be a good defense. Still got Kittles who may get injured too. I just think there's a lot of miles on them. I not saying they're going to be a bad team, but it's going to factor into their win totals. They got a tougher schedule. They're playing the Bills. We expect the Jets to be good this year. We did that last season, but expect the Jets to be good. They play the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? They got the Lions on the schedule. Got we expect the Packers to be good. I think, and it's not even a big loss total. I'm saying that they might go 11-6, right? And in second in his division. And here's why. Because I think the Rams are also going to end 11-6 in this division and win on a tiebreaker to win the division. Yes, I think the Rams going to do it because the Rams have shown the ability to draft young players to come in and make a difference. This will be Puka Nakua's second year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this will be his second year.
But you don't think that the 49ers bring in young players when they have a rookie quarterback, take them to the NFC Championship game before he get hurt?
That was luck.
But he did it again and went to the Super Bowl the following year. It can't be luck.
No. Not Brock Purdy's luck.
Brock Purdy.
I'm talking about the 49ers finding him was luck. He wasn't.
They picked him. They could have let him go to free agency and got him even cheaper.
But they had no intentions on playing him. Puka Nacua was going to play. He was going to play.
He won the starting job.
Yeah. Last year he won the starting job?
No, the year before that.
He competed for it.
Right.
No. There was this year he competed for it. This past year he competed for it.
No, he competed for his rookie season. Rookie season. Yeah, because there were other people on the staff to back up. They had veterans on the team. And he won the job over them.
No, you're talking about he competed for the backup job.
Yeah, for the backup job.
For the backup job. I'm talking about last season. He competed for the guy that's now with the Cowboys. Right. What's his name? What's your quarterback's name?
He's so bad I can't even remember his name.
I can't remember his name. He's completely forgotten. Second overall pick. Trey Lance. Yeah, Trey Lance is so bad competing for the job with Brock Purdy that they traded him off to the Cowboys. And Brock Purdy just became the starter. But my point is, I think the Rams have done a good job to replenish talent on their team with players like Puka Nacua, with players like what's the running back's name? I'm blanking on his name. Williams.
Oh yeah, Kyler Williams.
Something like that.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams. Yes. They've replenished. You know what I mean? So, and then they went out. They got
Kyron Williams is coming off a major injury though. He's not gonna be the same.
Well, that's true. He might not be the same. Yeah. So they've made I tend to trust their judgment on finding talent, and I think they'll be able to replenish the talent loss or the talent that has aged. The one piece that is, that's holding all of this, that that could really derail this whole prediction is Stafford.
Yep, that's the quarterback.
That's the quarterback. I don't know if he's going to make it through the season. Everything was contingent on him last season. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs because I wasn't sure Stafford was going to play the entire season. And I knew Aaron Donald really wasn't motivated to play last season because he wanted to retire last season. So I didn't think they were motivated. He's gone. They have some young talent there. Stafford is the one that's in question. However, I still think they'll end this season 11-6 and win this division because I hopefully Stafford will be able to play it through. So I got the Rams 11-6, 49ers 11-6. They're going to go down to the wire. Seahawks 9-8, Cardinals 5-12, rounding out the division. What you think of that?
I mean, besides that little switch up, it's pretty much what I had. But I mean,
you got the 49ers going 13-4. I think that's a big extreme.
Why is that extreme? They went 12-5 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah, they did. There's got to be some drop off.
I think that what I'm adding that up to is Brock Purdy being comfortable in the system now, knowing that's his job.
But his best receiver,
Sam Darnold, because the only other person he was going with was Sam Darnold. That's the only other person somebody's worried about. He's gone.
His best receiver is unhappy and requesting a trade. Christian McCaffrey,
technically not his best receiver.
Based on the numbers, his best receiver.
Well, we're basing that on the fact that
his top target.
He's the only last guy. He didn't get the most targets on the team.
That's okay. He had the most receptions.
He didn't have the most receptions.
Yes, he did. He had 75.
I don't think that was what. Oh no, you know what? Debo had like 60 something.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, and Kittle's had like 67, and McCaffrey had like 60 or something like that.
Yeah, but he got that because of all that other talent around. Because you got McCaffrey in the background, because in the backfield, because you got all that misdirection happening in the backfield, because you got Debo Samuels taking carries in the backfield and taking all the possession yardage. And then you got to worry about Kittles. So he's the fourth person you're thinking about on that team.
He is.
So that's why he's getting open. As soon as you put him in the top receiver type position, he's not gonna be the same.
So you're making my point because now he's unhappy. He's likely to be traded or sit out. So you're the guy that was benefiting from the other guys who were being targeted by the defense.
Yeah, that's gonna be Jennings now. That's gonna be Jennings now.
So you think Jennings is gonna be more successful or just as successful?
He might not do 1,300 yards. I mean, that's a lot. 18. So what is it, 17 point? It's even 17 to 18. It's close to that. My math says between 17 to 18 yards of reception. Yeah. That is hard to do.
That is hard to do. That was exceptional.
Deshaun Jackson, I think, got the record with 22 yards of reception.
Yeah, it was something crazy. Yeah.
So he's up there. But I think that he's eating off of being the fourth guy. They're still talented. I mean, I'm not trying to take his talent away, but he's not the top guy on that team. He's not even close.
17.9 average.
There you go, 17.9. Yeah, real close to 18. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's real close to 18. He's not the top guy on that receipt.
I understand that.
Like, you're not losing Debo. You're not losing Kittle. You're not losing McCaffrey.
But if Debo is always hurt,
that's it,
or not at full strength, he is the top guy.
I'll give you that. But I think that every time they gave Jennings the call, he made the call. It just wasn't enough balls go around for you to really see him shine. But I think that they're full off well going with Jennings and paying him, $8 million, no, not even $8 million, like 12, no, even more than that, $20 million less than you had to pay Ayuk per season for what Ayuk is probably wanting. You know what I'm saying? And they could play Jennings $20 million less, may get 900 to 1,000 yards out of that position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, just kind of how it goes. Unfortunately, he has some receivers behind him that can still play. And they also got another young guy too there. I forget what his name is. I think something Bell or something. He was showing flashes too as well. So I think they have too much talent there, and Ayuk just not gonna get what he wants. There's no way he's gonna have to go somewhere else to get anywhere close to what he's trying to get. Because you know, eventually they're going to have to play Brock. You know, they're going to have to pay. He wasn't a first round pick, so he don't have that 50th option. They coming up on his last year next year. You know, so wait a minute, was that his last? Yeah, that'll be his last year, and then he's a free agent. So they're going to have to play Brock. Debo gonna come up on another contract, and Kittle gonna come up on another contract, and then you got to pay them people on defense too. So yeah, you gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, once Brock gets paid, you know what I mean, it's gonna be tough. Because right now they're benefiting because Brock has, you know, he still got 7th round pick contract.
Yeah, he's getting $1 million a year right now.
Right. Something ridiculously low compared to the other quarterbacks. Quarterbacks is getting $50 million a year.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's backups making more than him right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But that benefits the team. That benefits the team when you got a rookie quarterback, especially a quarterback that wasn't even expected to start, who's drafted late. You know, you benefit from that.
Yeah, and see, I don't get how people are not just seeing the blueprints that's being laid out in front of you. You had Tom Brady, the winningest quarterback ever. What he used to always do? Take less. He would get paid, but he just take less. You know what I'm saying? What's Patrick Mahomes doing right now? He's taking less. He's winning Super Bowls and taking less.
Right.
You know, people just not, it's like they're not getting this. So now they come up with Dak, say, oh, well, he's got to make $60 million a year. You know, why? Are you offending him if you offer him $52 million a year? Is that offensive? I don't understand why that.
Why does he need 52 million? I mean, why can't he just go with 40 or 30 million? You know what I mean? You already made your money. You had your big payday.
That's what I'm saying. You already got 150 in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't need another 60 million per season.
Right,
really.
Right.
I mean, how rich do you have to be? Really, how rich? I mean, you got. He's gonna be demanding 60 million a year just because Jordan Love got 55.
Right.
Okay. And that's gonna be the problem in Dallas. And if they don't, and hopefully Brock Purdy, you know, since this is gonna be new money for him, he ain't gonna want to go too crazy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come out and say, "Oh, give me 40 million. Give me 40 million a year. I'm good." You know, his first check, he good. He set up. You know, he playing his heart out right now for $900,000 a year.
Going to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Going to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
NFC Championship game. Going to the Super Bowl.
And did not hold out. Didn't come back and say, "Hey, I took to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. What up?"
Yeah, not even showing his resume.
No, he just came on play.
I mean, his resume has got to be nice, man. NFC Championship game, Super Bowl, 7th round pick.
He don't know anything less than the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And if you want to say healthy, he doesn't know anything less than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because he got hurt in the NFC Championship
He got hurt in the NFC Championship game. Yeah, and he threw for 4,200 yards. He had 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's exceptional.
That's exceptional in your second year.
Yeah.
And you went to the Super Bowl. You know, you can't that's why I was saying those are not bus driver numbers.
Right.
Those are not bus driver numbers at all. He put up comparable numbers like I'm a leader type numbers.
Right. Yeah, no.
And I believe that was probably 3rd in the league in touchdown passes last year.
You think the 31?
Yeah, because Dak led at 37. CJ Stroud came in second with 32. So 31 had to be right there. I mean, I can't even think anybody else threw 30 touchdowns last year.
Well, definitely wasn't my quarterback.
You're right. You sure Derek Carr had 30? Let me see, man. I'm sure.
No, I think he had like 24. I want to say 24 or 28. Because he had a good touchdown to interception rate.
He had 28 touchdowns.
It was somewhere in that range, 24 to 28.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you look at the statistics, you would think he had a outstanding season. Because his touchdown to interception ratio was like 25 and 8. It's 25 and 8. Yeah, because you know, we kind of closed out the season against some really bad teams The last 5 games, I want to say, he played well against the Bucks. I mean, the Falcons, we put up 48 points on them at the end of the season. They quit on their coach. Then we had the Panthers. We played Tommy DeVito. You know, I love
Oh yeah, I
about
remember.
Tommy. And then we had the Bears with Badgett. So yeah. So it all worked out well for him. Then he had a lot of, garbage yards and touchdowns and some games that were blown out. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully he can put it all together. So
man, so just real quick before we get out of here, what do you think about the rookie class this year, man? So far,
I don't know. I hadn't really watched them play yet. I mean, because Penix is not going to play.
he played very very little.
But,
Yeah, like one series.
But he's not going to play anything in the regular season anyway. You know what I mean? And the guy from the what's his guy? The Michigan that plays for the Vikings. He's out for the season.
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was just gonna have to see what happens with this rookie class. I can't judge them yet. I got to see how they play.
I mean, I'm seeing everybody talk about, Caleb. They're going nuts over Caleb. I mean, he's throwing screen passes, and they were like, "Did you see how he threw that screen?" I'm like,
"A spiral on the screen."
Are we really talking about a Hall of Fame type player for throwing a screen?
Yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Come on, dog. And it was a middle screen. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even the one to the side. It was the middle screen, a little tricky one everybody do.
It was the best middle screen you had ever seen.
He looked the safety off before he threw
it. He looked the nose tackle off.
He made the safety run to the front row, and then he threw it down. You know what I'm saying? Because the fake was so good.
Hell of a pump fake.
So I'm talking to our buddy Kai, right? He's with me up at the social, and so a man said, "Man, he's in the pocket doing 360s." I said, "Oh, Kai, now come on now, you did a 360 in the pocket when nobody was around him."
Yeah, man.
That's not good. That's not a good thing. You spinning around like you think people are around you, but they're really not around you. That's not a good thing. Now he ended up going to the left and making a play out of it, but that's really not that good. That's not a good thing.
That's undisciplined.
That's undisciplined. He should have been just standing tall and realizing he had a clean pocket and delivered that ball the way it was. But he made it a lot more difficult than it had to be. And people are not seeing that. They saying, "Oh, look at the great play he made." I'm like, okay, guys, wait till we see people blitzing at him and doing the things he don't like, coming off the right side. You know what I'm saying? Blitzing them off of that right side, which they didn't do at all in the preseason. But while that's all happening, they're just ignoring all the rest of the good plays going on by these rookie quarterbacks. Because JJ McCarthy had the best week number 1 for all the rookies. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 touchdowns and like 100-something yards. That was the best rookie joint. Better than Caleb's. But everybody's talking about Caleb. Bo Nix is having an exceptional preseason at quarterback.
Yeah.
An exceptional he's looking very good.
Yeah.
He's a mature quarterback who came out of a passing system at Oregon. Right? He might be something. Right? Then you got boy over at Washington that I hate to admit that's looking good. Looking really, really good in a little bit of time he played. Big Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels. Yeah,
Jaden Daniels. He's looking for the little bit he played, man.
He had how I feel about preseason. It's preseason.
I get it.
I mean, to me, all preseason shows me is that you at least belong in this league, right? But it's preseason. I gotta see you in the regular season.
It's preseason, but everybody's not looking the same in preseason, though. You know what I'm saying? There's a different caliber of look.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's obvious. You can see the guy that's going to be in the cubicle next to us next week. We can see that guy, right? But the elite athletes, right? There's variations of them, right? Yep. Who is average, who's good, and who's elite. I can't really see that from rookie quarterbacks in preseason. I got to see them in regular season where the defense is doing things,
trying to take their head off.
Trying to take their head, no, confuse them. Trying to confuse them too. They ain't trying to confuse them. It's obvious what they're doing. It's obvious when they blitzing to take their head off. It's obvious they're running a cover 2 or cover 3. They're not rolling safeties. And I got to see. I got at least the first half of the season. Like first half of the season when I saw CJ Stroud, that dude there is the real deal.
Yeah.
But I I got to see it, man. I mean, because I was excited about some other quarterbacks during preseason, and dudes show up, and it's like, it was too much for him. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you kind of got to observe them and just to see if the basic
stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Are there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can they do a basic read? Yeah. Can they see the pressure come when the defensive end gets loose?
So it's a perfect example. Spencer Rattler with the Saints. Had a good preseason game. He played well at the end, won the game for the Saints. You know what I mean? Scrambled on the play, scored a touchdown. But he was playing against third string, fourth string dudes. Spencer Rattler is a better athlete than those dudes. He's gonna run the ball and look like a super athlete. Now,
I really wasn't feeling Spencer Rattler from what I saw. I saw a lot of missed passes, like there shouldn't have been misses.
Not against the Cardinals. He was sharp. He was sharp in first game against the Cardinals.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about
the last game against the 49ers, not so much. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's hard to really tell. 49ers exposed him. And then, after the Cardinals game, Saints fans were, man, he should be our starter.
Yeah.
And like, come on, man, it's preseason. Dude, he was the third quarterback. He playing against dudes going to be bagging groceries. Let's calm down.
I've been seeing little videos, little clips now talking about that. Should Spencer Rattler,
be the starter?
Yeah, I'm starting to see little videos about that.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not a big Derek Carr fan, but let's stop it now. Let's not get carried away. Derek Carr is the starter. He's better than the other two. Period. Maybe Jake Hayner and Spencer Rattler can get there someday, can develop into a good quarterback. But right now, I don't see anything that says that these guys can be. Hell, I'm struggling to see that Derek Carr can be my starting quarterback. So, and he's better than those two. So,
yeah. Well, so we'll see Derek Carr a year later in the system a little, to give him a fair assessment. I really couldn't give him a fair assessment last year, besides his basic. But let's see this year.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to assess him on a curve again because he's got a new offensive coordinator and it's a new system. Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so the excuse that I hear from people, it starts over again. You tell me the same damn thing. Well, he had so many different offensive coordinators in Oakland, or in Las Vegas. So now it's be better with the Saints. Well, guess what? He's got another offensive coordinator. It's going to be the same damn thing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got to learn new offense. There's going to be bumps on the road. The first 5 games of the season, we got the Eagles, Chiefs, Falcons, and somebody else. It could be disastrous at first. Luckily, Carolina's first on the schedule. If we lose that game, that would be disastrous. I'm afraid that Dennis Allen may be fired within the first half of the season because the first half is so brutal.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if you see our schedule. It is brutal. I was like, somebody in the NFL scheduling department don't like the Saints. That was dirty what he did. I think the Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles. First 5 games of the season. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. But anyway, that wraps up our review and predictions of each division. All right. So we're getting ready for the season. Our predictions are set. We will be reviewing them during the season. So check in with us.
Hey man, don't lose your prediction pad, man. We got to keep that,
Hey man, I ain't afraid of it. I ain't afraid of nobody out there.
You know what, man? I don't know what happened to it, man. I think Moose's toe hit it.
Yeah, Moose faked out on us. He was
Disintegrated
supposed
the
to
whole paper.
He's supposed to be our resident NFC West expert, but he faked out on us. It's all good, Moose. Anyway, man, look, hey, let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.